So which programming language to use for ethical hacking? So in general, it's difficult to say which program language is good or bad to use for hacking, because it mainly depends on your purpose. But what we can say is that for each programming language there are three main differences. One is simplicity, functionality, and compatibility. So if we look, for example, at these programming languages, so the programming language C++, Java, and Perl, and we compare them with each other, then we can see, for example, that C++ is not platform independent, but the main advantage of C++ is that you are able to code platform dependent code, which might be more performant. Then we have also Perl and Java. Those are platform independent programming languages. They can be run on different platforms, including Windows, Linux, Mac OS X, and some other less well-known operating systems. So when we look at the functionality of a programming language, like I said earlier, C++ will provide more functionality in comparison with, for example, Perl, because Perl, if you look at the left side, is quite a simple language. You can easily write programs in a one-liner most of the time. With C++ on the right side, you can do the same things as in Perl, but you will have the ability to adjust more parameters. So if we look here at the example of the OpenSocket function, this is just an example, it's not really a real life example. If we look here, we can see in Perl we might be able to write it in one line, and in C++ on the right side you can see there will be much more parameters to determine, but it allows you to control more the inner workings of a socket, you could say. So in general, the lower the programming language, the more complex your code becomes. If you have ever looked at machine code, it's essentially combinations of zeros and ones, which is very difficult to read. The more you go up in the ladder, if we see here, the more or the simpler it becomes to code in that specific programming language. So at the top you will have C, but most of the time you will have also even more at the top Python and Perl, for example.